Hello, welcome. Welcome to my stream. I just did a bunch of push ups. Now I'm tired. Ate some beans before that, but I ate them from a shallow metallic, be a bowl. I feel like it's somewhere between a bowl and a plate. Shallow bowl. It probably has its own name. I don't know it though. I was eating the beans out of this metal quasi bowl, and I had had peanut butter and jelly and a banana in there in the morning. Uh, good protein, good healthy food, and I didn't wash it between because I was too busy. Also, I just didn't do it because I didn't do it. That's the real reason. So then I didn't want to dirty another dish, so I just put the beans in the same bowl plate as the peanut butter and jelly had been in, and it was not very good. But I don't care. I ate it. It's fine. Whatever. Beans are good. Tons of protein and light energy. Never get sleepy. But yeah, so then I just did a bunch of push-ups because I want to look handsome for the stream, and I'm wearing a shirt today just because, no real reason. Temperature's about the same, I think. So I got coffee, I got water. Uh, yeah, I had a great time yesterday, so I decided to come on stream a little early and play more Stalker. Sick. I need to kill a bunch of bad guys in open area, and I'm stressed about it, but we'll be okay. I was just watching a WWE stream, and it was pretty fun. It was. I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid. I grew up. Kind of the Attitude Era was my era, so that's the bottom line because River Crow says so. Type of situation. Stone Cold is well, I literally consider him a patron saint of Satanism in a very real way. He was HA for sure, and that's just what it is. When you're on the inside, you don't talk about it. So I say things every now and then, just because it's important to me to express my culture, hunter culture, right? Hunter killers. So I don't like to talk about the Hell's Angels thing too much because it's just how I grew up. You know, when I was young. See, I'm not going to say it again. I don't like to say that word because it becomes this mystical magic. No, it's just a culture. So when I grew up, it was yeah, things were talked about. There was people around. I was given certain books, but it's the same as I don't know some other culture where you get a different set of books and a different sort of person people is around. It's the same thing. Different set of lessons. You don't learn how to hunt. Maybe you learn how to I don't know make pottery. I'm not sure. Um, so it was never something that was talked about. I just was around it, and my brain. I've had some conversations with some friends where beautiful friends I should mention, gorgeous women, and we've talked about how I totally lost my train of thought as I always do when I think about the incredible, amazing, beautiful, powerful women I get to interact with and hang out with and flirt with. Adult flirting, bit of a different thing. Uh, it's just I what was I talking about? Growing up, books, pottery. Yeah, we learned how to fight. That, and I don't mean physically. I don't mean physically. I mean to be mentally strong and to just deal with rascals. So my dad was on a hockey team called the Smokies, and tough motherfuckers for real, for real. They were no joke. And oh, that's what I'm getting at. So I grew up around these guys, right? And the women within that culture, and that's just my culture. So when I got older and moved around the world, I'd meet some of the most dangerous people, um, most powerful. Well, I should not do the quotes for that. The most powerful people in the world, and it didn't phase me, right? I didn't. It seemed like normal life to me. My best friend and like his dad would own like massive trades company. Okay, my other friend, marries Miss Canada. His dad marries Miss Canada. Okay, his dad's a very powerful doctor. Okay, her dad is has medical patents all over Canada and is the head of a cancer research institute. Okay, she's a tax lawyer at 25 downtown Vancouver. Like it never, she's a crown prosecutor. He's a world renowned scientist. Um, this guy owns a wrestling organization, and this guy lives in this place, and he's done these things. You know, uh, I'm at a restaurant and some guy's beefing with me, and all of a sudden he's like making phone calls, calling a crew of boys to roll me, so I got to take off. And the guy I went there with, all he says is like, "Sorry that happened, man." I mean, no, no, it's okay. That didn't. It doesn't occur to me that that's out of the ordinary, right? That any of that stuff's out of the ordinary. That these would be my friends, and that this is the life I would live in, and that these are the things that would happen. That crews would get called in because some guy wanted to beef with me. That was a long, long time ago. But just the point I'm getting at is that's kind of how a hunter's mind works. Is you don't. It's just your life. You know. So there's a lot of things about society that I'm clueless on, that I really don't know, and I had to be taught them, and our brains don't work the same, right? I was watching a movie earlier, and they were talking about how the main character was saying, "Yeah, I never felt fear before. First time I felt fear." Well, I don't feel fear. I don't feel fear like the average person. So I'll tell a quick story. Had to, I'd never been beaten in a fight ever. And because I grew up in a hockey world, you square up and you move forward, you grab, bang, 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 right? So that's how I learned to fight, because that was the type of fighting in the world I was in. And I never lost. So sooner or later, though, what's going to happen? I'm going to come forward and I'm going to get stabbed, or something's going to happen. Once again, this is a while ago. These are all these stories are old stories. And so what ended up happening was that it was kind of a problem because I was fearless, right? And the thing is, I had all these MMA skills. I had Muay Thai, a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu, dirty boxing, high volume punching, super good cardio, super agile, able to move, to rotate around guys, keep my eyes on them, knew how to get under guys and come up and hang them with rear naked chokes, could take a punch, knew how to slip guys, knew how to do old Muhammad Ali strategy. Guys bigger than you, you just, you let him just wail on you for 30 seconds, and you laugh at him, so he gets more and more angry. So he's high volume punching, gasses himself, red lines, he's exhausted. Then you kick the shit out of him, right? That's high level. That's high level street fighting. You don't see that very often, but it works. It really works. So I had all these skills and I wasn't using them, and it was frustrating for a lot of people because it's like, dude, like you're gonna get stabbed. So I was told, go to this coffee shop. I went to the coffee shop, and then there was this guy in there, and they told me fight him. 40 pounds heavier than me. 40 pounds heavier than me. And they said fight him. Okay, like any good soldier does, fight. All right. So I packed up my. He was kind of talking some shit. I packed up my laptop and I said to him, like, we're gonna fight right here, right now, in this Tim Hortons. So I went up to him and I fucking grabbed him, and I tried to toss him, but like I said, he's a lot bigger than me, and I was doing that straightforward thing, right? I'm in an enclosed space. It was like the worst place for a guy my size to fight. Enclosed space, best place for a guy his size to fight. So the environment was against me. He was 40 pounds heavier than me. He had a brick shithouse build, right? So these guys are like 5'7", 5'6", somewhere in there, and they're wide, and they're like 200 pounds. I was at the time at 170, so he was probably maybe 210, somewhere in there, and solid, right? He's an outdoor wolf, as they say, and he was a wolf. And so I went up to him and grabbed him like I usually did, and then tried to like twist him, right? Because that's what I do. I don't like to hit. Like I really don't. I grew up wrestling, so I'm a good striker, but I wasn't using it because I would just go back to the hockey shaky thing I learned growing up fighting in hockey, right? I didn't throw a lot of punches in the leagues I was in, but I was left defense, led my team in penalty minutes constantly. Was captain for a while. So I was used to just grabbing and twisting because it wasn't like fighting in that league was we fought, but it wasn't like what you see on TV with gloves down. That happens sometimes. So that's the type of fighting I was used to. That's actually why I always was like that. Now I understand. So I grabbed him, tried to twist him, and he wasn't going anywhere. And then he just bam, punched me in the face. And I hadn't really been punched in the face very often because I would just win other ways. And he hit me, and I was just like, uh-oh. So you get hit in the face, you just feel your energy sapped, right? And I was like, uh-oh. And he hit me like 3 or 4 times. It's like, fuck. And it's like, I'm okay, but I don't have room, right? So like, if I go up, I can't get over, and we're grabbing, and he's like able to manhandle me. So as my energy level's coming down, he's able to throw me around more. So he was kind of like we were tugging, and I was pulling him back, and I was able to kind of like once I saw him was hitting him, I was able to get my arms up so he couldn't really hit me anymore. And then he kind of got me in a corner and pressed down on top of me, so I was in his corner, the Tim Hortons, right? And at that point, uh, I got my foot up and got it on his groin, right? So he was trying to get past my foot, and I was holding on his groin. As he'd move, I moved my foot with his groin. Um, that's kind of options. Like, and here's the other thing too is like I said, I was so used to winning, so I should have exploded more, right? I had an opportunity when I had my foot on his groin. Once again, I'm way faster. So what I should have done is should have pulled my foot away really rapid. He would have fell in, and I could have got up, right, and then got my front of him in the corner, and then back to the store, got outside, and now because I'm fast, I can win in this situation or just run away. Now I have options. But like I said, I was so used to winning fights with like just hockey style and not really throwing punches. Yeah, that was definitely what happened there. And then I just realized that that's like because I got after this fight, I got in shit. I was told like you got to explode more, like you got to use that explosive energy. Like you're super fast, you're quick, your legs are strong. You walk, hike, bike, like use that. And so I got up, or no, so my foot's on his groin, and then he kind of like got around it, and then he started fucking kneeing me in the head on the ground. You know, hit me 2 or 3 times, knees to the head, and like at this point, it's like you can die. Like this is how guys die in street fights. They're in a corner. So if you kind of keep on struggling or get angry, he's gonna stay escalated. His fire's gonna stay up, and he might kill you. You know, if you start talking shit, fuck you, motherfucker. He might just keep shit hitting you until you shut up, right? And you might shut up because you're dead. So I just kind of once he's come back to the fearless thing, is I just like, okay, I've had enough. Get off me. And then he got up. So now I got up. My mouth's pouring blood. I got blood all down here, and I was just like, okay, round two outside. Let's go. And then he like feared, backed out of the store and ran. They called the cops, which is ridiculous, fucking bullshit. But so I lost that fight physically, but I won it spiritually. I didn't say yield. I didn't stop. I used my mind. I could have actually used a lot of other things, but at the end of the day, um, I talked, and he got the fuck up and fucked off. And I was ready to knock his fucking ass out outside, win or die, right? So I won. Period. Fuck him. But a little bit of time went by, and I kind of came down. I was upset. I was definitely upset. I got beat up. No fun. Uh, so I ended up that put some fear into me. I don't want to say fear, but it's just this feeling of like, listen, you can actually die. You physically lost. You might have got the mental win, but you physically lost. Um, so now you can get beat up, and it completely changed how I approached a lot of avenues in my life. I started just using better tactics, better techniques, and just not going forward anymore. And that was kind of the end of my physical fighting days, frankly. And it wasn't because I was like, I don't like getting punched in the face anymore, because I was training for MMA, and I was planning to do some amateur fights, but I was just like, I lost my taste for fist fighting after that completely. And there was one other fight in Montreal where I was kind of talked like guys being assholes, so I got in his face, and I was used to guys shutting them down and turning around and walking away, and they wouldn't hit me, and he punched me in the back of the head, and I was like, man, uh, just not for me. So those events, I'll tell stories again, of course. Those events sort of led me to moving away from fighting, just realizing there was things far more important than fist fighting. That people depend on me, and that I was much better suited to a life that didn't involve fist fights. Now that's not to say there have been fights since then, but they've been a lot different, and strategically they've been a lot different. And it's been situations where to not physically fight would be more dangerous than fighting. Those situations are extremely rare, but they do come up where guys just won't leave you alone. And an elder of mine said, you do everything to stay out of it, but if they're on your doorstep knocking on your door, fight. And it's win or die. Every fight is win or die. And anyone that doesn't think that, it's not a good situation. And frankly, when I was in that Tim Hortons fight, I would say I kind of wasn't win or die because I wasn't you know my head was in the clouds with fighting because, like I said, I just win all the time, and winning all the time is not good. Winning all the time is kind of the worst thing that can possibly happen to you. So I'm actually grateful to my mentors that said get your ass in there and get your ass whipped. I needed it. So still pretty. I didn't even actually nothing even swelled. So you know that's my wild fight story for the day. I got tons of stories about all kinds of funny business. I got military stories, I got business stories, I got mountain bike stories, I got all kinds of things. My name is River Crow. I'm a variety streamer. I am currently on a conditional offer from the Canadian Armed Forces for the Navy to be a naval warfare officer. I also am a writer. I work with Arts Council in Canada. I'm also pursuing a master's degree in psychology, which may turn into a PhD. I refuse to admit it, but that's probably what's going to happen. I plan on going to space. Long term, I plan on getting a Neuralink and downloading my consciousness into a neural network and living forever. Um, I've talked about this in chats on Twitch. The technology is there. Our minds are there. There's no reason to not think that Neuralink is something that people will and are going to do. And there's people like me that are at the forefront. Now, I have some things to certainly do before that. Um, but anyone that gets Neuralink at this point, I can't say for sure, but all I know is the technology is there. I think it's a badass move, and I don't like Vince McMahon. There's nothing I would recommend that I wouldn't use or do myself. I really do mean that. And that doesn't mean sponsorships and shit. That just means that's how I am. Like, I'm not gonna back something that I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna say, "Hey Issa, what's going on?" I'm rambling about Neuralink and various other wet and wild situations. How you doing today? Anyways, what was I saying? Neuralink. Yeah, down with Neuralink, 100%. Hey, I'm good. Yeah, I worked out this morning. I ate some beans. Did a bunch of paperwork. I actually worked on a grant application, so I got rejected, and I'm rewriting it. But I'm happy I'm rewriting it because it's the original application was a little conflict oriented, like kind of fighting against something, and reading again I don't really want that energy in it. It's more about exploration and uh, rediscovering knowledge. So yeah, I rewrote that almost completely. So I'll probably be hopefully submitting again week or two, depending. How are you doing today? I'm gonna turn the game on here, but please chat away and don't be afraid to make fun of me either. Boys like me need that. I had a I had a sheet over my window last night, and then you were talking about the time of day, and today I was like, man, I really got to move that sheet off. Like, I had the thing is, I have a set of blinds too, but I took them down because I liked the open window. But then I decided to put the sheet up instead of putting the blinds back up. I don't understand. Okay, so today we are going to. What are we doing? We're going across the train tracks to the northern. Is it northern? Is there a compass on here? It seems north. To the north. Where is the banana glass? Here is the banana glass. It's full of water. I got water and I got coffee. So, banana glass is on point. On fleek. Yeah, it's all about the banana glass. I can't go back. Oh, I am on the other side. Okay, so this is where those soldiers were. Or whatever they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check this way. This isn't where the job is for Straylock, but I'm chicken. I don't want to go in the base yet. Oh, hello. Hey, what up? Tell me something interesting. There's something sticky brewing. Rumors are going around the leader of the duty faction, the head honcho, didn't just leave the zone on business, but made a deal with the freedom faction. Excuse me. They could have made the same deal in the open because now everything's a muddle. Things don't look good. On the other hand, the experienced guys said they started fighting back in a day for no good reason. Hope the counter freaks from the big land don't drag us onto another meat grinder. I was talking about a muddle today. I was talking about in that grant application that the nature of magic has become muddled and forgotten, kind of one and the same in some ways. You know, you look at lost histories, right? And the thing with lost histories is that once they're lost, people kind of scoff at them ever having existed or that their knowledge was recognizable. You know, I definitely feel that's kind of what happened to magic, and honestly, I'm not sure there's a lost history that isn't that. If it was useful. These guys are always wanting my first aid kits, fine.
Прячь оружие, коли
That's
поговорить
it, you're
хочешь.
just gonna stand there looking all cool. Kind of dressed like this guy. Not really a duster, but I look like someone famous. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I myself do, or like I remind you of a famous person. Okay. Oh, that's why this is. Okay, this is the area where I had to take out. Oh, I was already over here. Okay, I had to take out some guy here, man. I don't remember.
Ствол-то прибери, братишка.
That's why these thugs don't have any ammo on them. I I am famous. That's sort of the thing. Like I'm kind of underground famous. You know, fame is yeah. So maybe like famous energy or something. I'll tell you, fame is a fascinating concept. I look like Tom Ellis. I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna check that. Ellis. Okay, okay, I'm on board. He's got one of the guys from the Property Brothers. All right, Tom Ellis is jacked. I feel terrible for him. That's a lot of work. He's hungry. He's a hungry fella. There's a picture here where he's just like totally cut, and it's like, man, I feel bad for you. Darwin oiled up. Property Brothers. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it. I see it. Handsome fellows. HGTV. That's cool. Was that like a like one of those house makeover shows? Hey man, if it makes sense in your head, all good. I was to do home rentals. That's cool. That's like a nice thing to do for people, you know? Like do some home rentals for them. I get to go on TV, have fun. You know, it's I'm sure like those hosts for those shows, like it's a nice feeling because they're actually doing something for people instead of like gossipy foolishness and all that. I was auditioned for a pretty big television show in Canada. It's a national show, and it was looking like I might get it, and I ended up turning it down. Um, just wasn't right for me. The environment just didn't sort of parallel sort of what I thought um, a healthy art arena would look like. So I politely declined. I still work in independent film though. I actually I texted someone that I've worked with, and she is hot and she is cool. She's a really cool person. So that's kind of the type of people I work with. People that are just starting out, that have a lot of experience in industries. Oh my gosh, what are they renovating? Like a counter? Can you even renovate a counter for that? What do they got? Like one cabinet in the backyard they're renovating? How can you renovate for US $1,000? Like people give a budget of like US 1,000, they try to renovate a house with that amount. That's insane. It sounds hilarious though. Yeah, so this person I texted today, I was invited to take part in her film, and yeah, we got along super well. We did a couple scenes together, one scene, and yeah, she's just like a wicked cool person. So she's one of the very few people that in sort of the traditional film industry that I'll work with. Okay, I don't know if there's anything in these boxes. I'm not opening them, but okay, I gotta go do the shooty up here. I'm gonna try to get there without using any of my ammo though. I could do without the anomalies in this game. I really could, but it seems to be part of the whole jam. Okay. Yeah. BRB. See you in a bit. Okay, so there is area on the right full of, we're gonna start calling them thugs. Thugs that, they seem to have automatic rifles though, so I would like their ammunition. I'm gonna try to take them out. I'm going to try to take them out. And yeah, see they got automatic fire coming out of there. Okay. harvest them. Or their organs. Oh yeah, this one's single shot, that's why it's so much better. It's not really automatic ammunition, it's just a certain caliber of ammunition that happens to be an automatic rifle, but... Oh my god. Okay, well now I have a problem. Retreat, retreat, retreat. This is about as live an example of the old strike and fade as you can get. You know, shooty a bunch, see what they do, run away, recon, go back in. They seem to be doing is backing off a little bit, so that's good. That's sick, bro. Bro, that's so sick, dude. That's sick. Yeah, cool. Oh, I'm drunk on vodka again. That, okay, that was a wicked shot. I'm not gonna pretend it wasn't. No pretending on this channel. Die, die, die my air. I creep across the land, killing firstborn males. That is Creeping Death by Metallica. Die, die, fucking die. Rad song, rad band. Metallica was my first metal band. The first album I bought was Ride the Lightning. I can remember being like 15 or whatever, and like being on a camp and listening, reading Dragonlance and listening to it like full volume, like just blasting in my young ears, while my Nana and Papa like sat there as, you know, Grandma and Grandpa do, and I'm just like, you know, as metal does, especially when you first listen to it, as it always should. And yeah, it's just such a like classic snapshot of a young metalhead coming up, you know. Like, pour it into my brain. He likes it, he likes it. This guy has a 15-shot magazine. Okay, so if I'm gonna act drunk, might as well be drunk. A little Cossack vodka here. I got that bread too if I need to sober up a bit. I remember that. Dye my hair. Dye my hair. And dye my hair. Dyed my hair black once. Complete disaster. Once again, the, you know, permutations of metalhead. Did the bleached it once. That was a disaster too. A little bit less of a disaster, but a disaster nonetheless. A disaster nonetheless. I think the nicest color to dye hair is blue. But if you don't want to dye your hair blue, that's cool too. I'm saying, get that out. I think it was a shotgun. So the auto, so the rifle. Or now. It's like you're saying auto. I'm kind of like punch myself in the face when I say that. I said it like 40 times last night. Fuck. You gotta be punched in the stomach every now and then to keep you straight. Not in the face. What's that? Where is it? Like, Face or the stomach? I think he says stomach. Gets punched in the stomach. I would definitely take the stomach as well. Um, you know, I'm pretty. What do you want me to say? I don't want to. I don't want it to be not pretty. I kind of explained earlier how I've kind of had my fill of getting punched in the face. I did get punched in the stomach once, like sucker punch. It hurt a lot more than getting punched in the face. So, bit of an authority on the subject, I guess you could say. Look at this little fella. Okay. This is the base for the person that has information. Mole is here that has information on Straylock. I'm in better shape than I was last night. I got more ammo. You know, the loosey goosey. The old synapses are firing there. I know what's going on. I feel like I'm better at the game. So we're gonna storm the compound. We're gonna go around to the left for tactical wraparound. Oh my god. Yeah, I failed that way. I failed it. Dye my hair. Moles group. Yeah, but why did I fail it? Where the band ready to talk to Bess and somebody straight out from Syria. Seems crazy though, you can actually fail main missions. Clearly I'm gonna play it out. It's cool. I played. Wait, what happened to my camera? What? I'm gonna figure this out. Sorry, everybody. It literally just turned off. Strange. Weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna unplug and replug. The sucky. For a second. That's strange. I think